everybody, I am the company's expert and welcome to my video on what is project management. We're going to talk about project management and how it can help you to run a business operation all the way from, on the small end, a side hustle for an individual, up to, on the big end, a multi-million-dollar multinational corporation. And I have done both, so let's dive in. We're going to talk about what project management is, what are its pros and cons, and in a general sense, the pros and cons of people who choose to specialize in project management. So let's dive in. So what is project management? Well, a project is something that has a very definite start date and end date. It's not an activity that goes on permanently. It's something that begins and then it ends and then you move on to another project. That's what a project is. So project management is handling those. Now, when you think about it, in a business, the sales process is something that never ends. You never shut it down because you feel its goal has been accomplished. It's something that's always being done. Same with your production of your product or products or services. That goes on perpetually. You never shut it down because you don't need it anymore. So a project, in contrast, is something that is finite. An example of a project could be something like replacing the signage outside your workplace with a new style of signage that's more visible. Or it could be getting a certification for safety or quality or environmental. Or it could be purchasing and installing a new piece of equipment, getting everyone trained on it, and then incorporating that equipment into your production process. These are all examples of projects. Once they're over, they're over. Now, project management has several pros and cons. Okay, if you choose to work in this area, there are several great things about it and several drawbacks. Definitely one of the pros is that project management is responsible for the improvement element in a business. Normally you have sales and marketing, you have operations, you have accounting, and these are continuous processes that keep going on, and people who work in those departments tend to just want to get all their work done by the end of the day. Whereas someone in project management, their job is to make changes to the rest of the organization, presumably to improve it. So project management is the secret weapon that can help you improve your organization, help it stay relevant in a changing world, and maybe even be the secret to its long-term success. So that's definitely what it can do. It enables the rest of the business to function. However, there's some cons to project management, and if you're doing this in a large organization, project management can become very, very bureaucratic. Basically, it turns into an administrative organization that's very unwieldy and concerns itself with reports and approvals and budgets and things like this. And as a result, can be a drag and a drain on the rest of the organization if not managed correctly. Now, let's talk about the people that choose to go into project management. They choose to specialize in this. Well, generally speaking, these people have some advantages and some disadvantages. On the advantages side, like I said, people that go into project management, in order to really do this effectively, especially in mid-size or smaller organizations, these people, they can't be afraid of change. They can't be afraid of learning something new. These are people that are often asked to have to learn the details of something that they've never really dealt with before, but dive in, figure it out, solve problems, and then win. And as a result, these can be very capable people. And they have they have personalities to match, let's put it that way. These people take the long-term approach and can really enhance a business operation and bring a lot to it. So there's a lot of advantages there. However, on the con side of people that specialize in project management, generally speaking, project management as a department is a cost center. It's very rare for project management to have much of a revenue generating aspect to it. So as a result, it's a department that the rest of the organization has to siphon off its profits to fund And so in a way, it resembles a little bit of an R&D type operation too. Now, the problem with working in such a department is that you don't really see the big picture. You don't see how sales, marketing, operations, and finance really fit in to the larger organization. And as a result, you tend to develop a distorted view of the organization and your role in it. The other thing is that people who work in project management can sometimes, or more than sometimes, often come into conflict with people in the other departments of the business. Because generally speaking, people that work in the other departments of the business, they're just trying to get their work done. They're trying to, meet their numbers for the week or the month or the year. And oh no, here comes the project management people, and they don't want to help us with that. Instead, they want us to change. They want us to learn new processes, to learn new things and incorporate this stuff into our job. And that is a direct conflict with the things that we've been tasked to do. So it can lead to some interdepartmental conflict for that reason. And as a result, people who work in project management, not in all cases, but in some cases, need to have a bit of a thick skin, because they're going to be up against the forces of inertia. And I'm not selling the other department short, because the work they have to do is considerable and very important. But this is the conflict in business as it is in all of us personally. It's a conflict between sticking to what we know and being efficient at it, or changing ourselves to improve, but maybe not having a very smooth journey along the way. So I hope you found this interesting. Thank you so much for listening this long. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope that you will check out the other videos in this series. You're awesome. Take care.